The Skoda Superb offers class-leading rear legroom and impressive levels of build quality for a keen price. It's the facelifted third generation of the Skoda Superb, seen here in glorious estate form. It's perhaps the most sensible car ever to grace our planet and is the Czech company's MQB-based range topper. Although it's known as the third gen, technically this is the fourth iteration of Superb. The first was introduced way back in 1934 and remained in production until 1949. You're wrong about the name too, it was inspired by the Latin word superbus meaning proud or stately. What's good? Huge interior space, generous standard equipment, competitive pricing across the board. What's not so good? Not one for a B-road blast, but that won't matter to most. The Skoda Superb is a large family car that, from the outside, appears to be around the same size as a Volkswagen Passat, Ford Mondeo, Vauxhall Insignia Grand Sport or Mazda 6. However, step inside and it's something of a TARDIS by comparison. It's rather impressive on the quality front, too. Inside it's extremely close to a Passat when it comes to look and feel. Close enough, in fact, that most people wouldn't really notice the difference. If we're being picky, the lower half of the Superb's cabin does have more scratchy plastics, but everything inside is impressively well screwed together and materials within realistic touching distance all feel high-end. It's a far cry from Skoda's old budget brand image. Each Superb comes with an 8.0-inch infotainment system with DAB radio and Bluetooth as standard, although you can upgrade to a 9.2-inch version. Both look great with their glass front when switched off, but also display pin-sharp graphics once on and are nicely responsive to prods, pinches and zooms. Both systems also feature wireless Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto support. There's a huge amount of room around the front seats and the driver gets generous seat and wheel adjustment, particularly with optional electrically adjustable seats fitted. In the back it's the same story, tall adults will have an almost comical amount of knee room sat in the outside seats and their heads will be well shy of the ceiling. Executive-looking changes include a remodeled grille, new front and rear bumpers, LED headlights as standard and some extra chrome trim. Oh, and Skoda is spelt out in big letters across the boot. The wheelbase is the same length as before, though, and it's no wider or taller on the outside than the pre-facelift Superb. This is good news. It's a really rather attractive thing these days. Especially the estate and particularly in Sportline Plus trim with its blacked-out exterior bits and new race blue body color. Don't for a second think that practicality has been compromised for the sake of style, though. It'll seat 5 adults in endless comfort, the boot could swallow a small country and no matter what trim level you go for, all get handy simply clever features like wireless phone charging, an ice scraper in the fuel filler cap and an umbrella in the driver's door. Very clever indeed. Good question, there are a fair few to choose from depending on which spec of Superb you go for, although all deploy 4 cylinders and turbocharging. At the bottom of the range is a 1.5-litre petrol with 148 bhp that can be had with a 6-speed manual or 7-speed DSG gearbox. There are 2 more petrol options, a 2.0-litre with 187 bhp and a DSG only, or the full-fat 276 bhp 2.0-litre with 258 pounds-foot of torque and the same dual-clutch gearbox. Incidentally, the latter is also the only powertrain that comes with 4-wheel drive, the rest are front-driven only. Given the Superb is a popular company car, diesel is likely to remain a popular option, though. The sweet spot of the 2.0-litre offerings is the 150 horsepower variant, with its great get-up-and-go yet still impressive fuel economy and sensible pricing making it the best all-rounder in the range. The Superb is a big car, but it's easy to drive in town. It has light, precise steering and good visibility for breezing tight maneuvers. It's not quite perfect though, with bumps being annoyingly easy to hear in the cabin. You might have noticed, then, that there's very little bad to say about the Skoda Superb. Aside from some rather minor comfort issues, it's a hugely impressive all-rounder, one that you should seriously consider. The Skoda Superb has a RRP range of £30,225 to £44,930. However, with CarWow you can save on average £2,644. Prices start at £28,171 if paying cash. Monthly payments start at £311. The price of a used Skoda Superb on CarWow starts at £14,200. It may be big, but the Superb handles town driving well thanks to the light steering, great visibility and decent turning circle. Front and rear parking sensors are standard, while a rear-view camera and park assist are optional on all but the top L and K trim. While overall comfort is commendable, sharp bumps can unsettle the ride, especially on models fitted with the larger 18 and 19-inch wheels. The Superb truly lives up to its name on the motorway, where its relaxed driving manners, refined cabin and soft suspension waft you along serenely. Travel assist is optional on all but the base SE, and includes adaptive cruise control, adaptive lane assist, traffic jam assist and park assist. Some of these features can be optioned individually as well. The base 150 horsepower petrol and diesel engines are perfectly capable of maintaining motorway speeds, while the 200 horsepower diesel option delivers great fuel economy, and won't feel phased even with a full complement of passengers and luggage on board. You won't find a more spacious interior, and aside from a few minor trim pieces, the cabin quality is great, too. Practicality levels are also above average, although a few nice-to-haves do cost extra. The front seats offer plenty of adjustment with electric seats and even a massage function available on all but SE trim cars. Skoda has ensured that every nook and cranny can be used as a storage space, from the huge air-conditioned box between the front center armrest, to the drawers built into the front seat bases and massive door bins. You won't need to leave a thing behind. A shelf which offers optional wireless charging is provided for your mobile ahead of the gear lever, and even the glove box is spacious enough to be useful. There's a newer USB-C port in the center console and a USB port in the armrest. The oodles of space up front don't mean a cramped back seat, either. 3 adults will be able to get comfortable in the rear row, with plenty of head and leg room, although their shoulders may rub a little. There's a pair of generous door bins and cup holders in the center rear seat back, as well as a pair of USB charging ports. Isofix anchors are provided in the outer 2 seats, and the doors open wide, so you won't have much trouble fitting a baby seat in there. The Skoda Superb's boot will swallow 625 litres of luggage, well above any of its alternatives. The hybrid offers a slightly smaller 1,610 litres, but even that's more than some mid-sized SUVs, and if you somehow need even more load space, the Skoda Superb estate will pack in 1,950 litres of luggage with the rear seats down. It also offers an adjustable boot floor and retractable load covers where the Superb hatch makes do without them. All the controls and switchgear feel solid to the touch, with even the base SE trim's cloth seats looking like they will stand up well to the rigors of daily use for years to come. Leather is standard on the SEL and L and K trims, with the Sportline Plus model getting quilted Alcantara, and a sportier steering wheel. LED interior ambience packages with 10 colors are available on higher trims, and a sunroof and heated seats are optionable as well. Just be aware that ticking too many options will soon have you encroaching pricing levels occupied by sporty luxury saloons with Audi and BMW badges on their bonnets.